think, party, fuck, think, explore, study, read, post, online. Post from the inside, post from the outside. I am an agglomeration of sad causes. It is my fault, and it is your fault. Fucking world, fucking century, fucking mind, fucking... me. Everything perishes. Everything falls. Everything passes. Breakdown. No ifs or buts.
I didn't say if or but, I said no.
I can't, must, never, have to, always, should, won't, shan't. The unnegotiables. Not today. Please, don't switch off my mind by attempting to straighten me out. Listen and understand. And when you feel contempt, don't express it. At least, not verbally. At least, not for me.
I didn't feel contempt.
Oh, no?
No, it's not your fault.
Oh, sorry. That's all I ever hear. It's not your fault. It's an illness. It's not your fault. I know it's not my fault. You've told me that so often, I'm beginning to think it is my fault.
It's not your fault.
I know! I know!
But you allow it, don't you?
There's not a drug on earth that could make life meaningful.
You allow this state of desperate absurdity. You allow it.
I once knew a madman who thought the end of the world had come. He was a painter, an engraver. I had a great fondness for him. I used to go and see him in the asylum. I'd take him by the hand and drag him to the window. Look, there, look, the sails of the herring fleets. And look, over there, all that rising corn, all that loveliness. He'd snatch away his hand and go back into his corner, appalled. All he had seen was ashes. He alone had been spared, forgotten. It seems the case is not so, was not so unusual.
A madman? When was that?
Oh, way back, way back. I wasn't in the land of the living. God be with those days. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the drugs. Let's do the chemical lobotomy. Let's shut down the higher functions of my brain and perhaps I'll be a bit more fucking capable of living. Let's do it. This monstrous state of palsy. Still ill. deteriorate. Cruelty, debauchery, selfishness, reasons, more reasons, causes for my departure from this fool's gold-colored earth. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Where do I start? Where do I stop? How do I start? As I mean to go on. How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop a time of pain? How do I stop stabbing my lungs? How do I stop a time of death? How do I stop squeezing my heart?
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is hair to. 'Tis a consummation, developing to be with, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Hey, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil. Give us pause. There's the respect. Oh, so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns, patient Marion of the unworthy takes, when he himself, by his quietus made with a bare bodkin. Who would Bardell's bear to grunt and sweat under a very life, but that the dread of something after death, that undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than to fly to others that we know not of. No. I'll die. Not yet, but it's here. Please. Don't let this kill me, please. Don't let this kill me. This will kill me and crush me and send me to hell. Please, I beg you to save me from this madness that eats me. A sub-intentional death, a blanket of roaches. Seize this war. My legs are empty. Nothing to say. And there is the rhythm of madness. I gassed the Jews, I killed the Kurds, I bombed the Arabs, I fucked small children while they begged for mercy. The killing fields are mine, everyone left the party because of me. I'll suck your eyes out and send them to your mother in a box, and when I die I'm going to be reincarnated as your child, only 50 times fucking worse, and mad as fuck! I'm going to make your fucking life a living fucking hell! I refuse! Look away from me.
It's all right.
Look away from me!
It's all right. I'm here.
One day, you'll be sitting here, a speck in the void, in the dark, like me. One day, you'll say to yourself, I'm tired, I'll sit down. And you'll go and sit down. And then you'll say, I'm hungry, I'll get up and get something to eat. But you won't get up. You'll say, I shouldn't have sat down, but since I have, I'll sit on for a little longer. And then I'll get up and get something to eat. But you won't get up, and you won't get anything to eat. You look at the wall for a while, the wall in front of you, and then you say, I'll close my eyes, perhaps have a little sleep. After that I'll feel better. And you close them. And when you open them again, there will be no wall anymore. Infinite emptiness will be around you. All the resurrected dead of all the ages wouldn't feel it. And there you'll be, like a little bit of grit in the middle of the step. Yes, one day you'll know what it is. One day you'll know what it's like. One day you'll be like me. Look away from me. So this is hell, huh? I never had believed it. Do you remember all those stories they used to tell us about the fire and the torture chambers and the brimstone and the burning marl? Old wives' tales. There's no need for red-hot pokers. Hell is other people. Sanity is found at the center of convulsion, where madness is scourged from the bisected soul. I know myself. I see myself. At 4:48, I shall sleep. To achieve goals and ambitions, to overcome obstacles and attain a high standard, to increase self-regard by the successful exercise of talent, to overcome opposition, to have control and influence over others, to vindicate the ego, to be seen and heard, to receive attention, to be free from social restrictions, to be independent and act according to desire, to defy convention, to avoid pain, to avoid shame, to obliterate past humiliation by resumed action, to maintain self-respect, to repress fear, to overcome weakness, to belong, to be accepted, to draw close and enjoyably reciprocate with another, to converse in a friendly manner, to tell stories, exchange ideas, sexuals, secrets, to converse, to communicate, to laugh and make jokes, to be forgiven, to be free, to be free.
Gird yourselves, for you shall be broken in pieces. It shall come to pass. Behold the light of despair, the glare of anguish, and you shall be driven to darkness.
What am I like? A child of negation. Out of one torture chamber into another. A vile succession of errors without remission. Every step of the way I've fallen. Despair propels me to suicide. Anguish for which doctors can find no cure, nor care to understand. I wonder if they really just don't care, or if it's all about money. Money. To rise, to rise, to rise. To find the cure, close the case, and if not, lock it up. Lock me up, and move on to the next one. No magical reflection on clowns' faces, on the pale ceruse, on the carmine fields, on the cold night, the bloodshed, the red debauchery in the veined eyes of the sleepy dreamers, dead killers obedient to their masters, to sleep, to eat, to work, to sleep, to eat, to work, to work, to work! The only thing that's permanent is destruction. We're all going to disappear. Slit! Hung! Swallowed! The capture, the rupture, the rapture of a soul. Validate me, witness me, see me, love me. My final defeat, my final submission, the final period, the final full stop. Black snow falls, never free, mad world, not worth the effort.
Let me tell you a story. An Englishman, needing a pair of striped trousers in a hurry for the New Year festivities, goes to his tailor who takes his measurements. That's the lot. Come back in 4 days, I'll have it ready. Good. 4 days later. So sorry, sir. Come back in a week. I've made a mess of the seat. Good, that's all right. A neat seat can be very ticklish. A week later. Frightfully sorry, sir. Come back in 10 days. I've made a hash of the crotch. Good. Can't be helped, as nut crotch is always a teaser. 10 days later. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir. Come back in a fortnight. I've made a balls of the fly. Good. At a pinch, a smart fly is a stiff proposition. Well, to make it short, the bluebells are blowing and he bollockses the buttonholes. God damn you, sir! God damn you to hell! God damn you to... No, it's indecent. There are limits. There are limits. In 6 days. Do you hear me? 6 days. God made the world. Yes, sir. No less, sir. The world. In 6 days. And you are not bloody well capable of making me a pair of trousers in 3 months. But my dear sir, my dear sir, look at the world, and look at my trousers.